Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. Officials announced a recount on Wednesday for the Pennsylvania U.S. Senate race. Unofficial results show Republican Dave McCormick leading with 48.93% of the vote over incumbent Democrat Bob Casey, who received 48.5% of the vote. In Pennsylvania, an automatic recount is triggered when the results are within 0.5% of each other, which is the case in the Senate race. The Associated Press called the race in favor of McCormick last week, and McCormick declared victory on Friday in Pittsburgh. However, the election will not be officially decided until the state certifies the results or Casey concedes the election. The recount is scheduled to begin no later than November 20th. The results from the recount must be completed by noon on November 26th and reported to the Secretary of State by noon on November 27th. Stay tuned on WYLN News for updates on this developing story. Multiple people are being treated for serious injuries following a motor vehicle crash in Hazel Township. According to officials, the crash took place around 3 p.m. on Wednesday in the 100 block of Stockton Mountain Road. Upon arriving at the scene, crews were able to confirm reports of multiple injuries and one victim trapped inside the vehicle. Crews were able to extricate the trapped victim, and the patients were transported to the hospital for treatment. The extent of the injuries is unknown at this time. The crash is currently being investigated by the Pennsylvania State Police in Hazleton. Emergency crews responded to a house fire in Butler Township on Wednesday. According to officials, crews were called to 103 Samantha Lane around 9 a.m. Upon arriving at the scene, crews were able to confirm a working fire in the second floor of the structure. Firefighters operated at the scene for about an hour and a half. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Coming up on WYLN News, a woman is wanted by the Carbon County Sheriff's Office. Plus, Pennsylvania State Police in Hazleton will be offering free child safety seat checks on Monday. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute and the region's only nationally ranked hospital for orthopedics by U.S. News and World Report. Our team is ranked among the top 20 in the nation and is your unrivaled partner for orthopedic care. Learn more at lvhn.org/ortho.
My name is Charlie. I am 8, and the forecast for tomorrow is partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Contact Pete Kasalika for a home and auto quote today.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialist, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. The American Cancer Society Greater Hazleton Unit's 46th Annual Telethon, working together in 2024, sweeping cancer out the door, will be held Saturday, November 23rd from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. at the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts and broadcast live on Wyln TV 35. Make sure you tune in for all the entertainment and make a pledge. That's the 46th Annual Telethon, live on Wyln TV 35, November 23rd.
Welcome back to WYLN News. A woman is wanted by the Carbon County Sheriff's Office. Victoria Hunsicker is wanted on charges of fleeing or attempted to elude an officer, DUI first offense, and resisting arrest. She is known to have ties to the Slaytonton area. Anyone with information regarding her whereabouts is asked to contact the Carbon County Sheriff's Office at 570-325-2821. Pennsylvania State Police in Hazleton are offering free child safety seat checks next week. The event will run from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Monday, November 18th at the Hazel Township Fire Company. The fire company is located at 1113 North Church Street in Hazel Township. No appointment is needed and walk-ins are welcome. For additional information, you can contact Trooper Anthony Petrosky at 570-459-3900, extension 216. The American Cancer Society Telethon is returning to Hazleton on Saturday, November 23rd. The live event will run from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. at the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts, located at 212 West Broad Street in Hazleton. The event will feature several live performances, a fashion show, tricky trays, and much more. The program will also be broadcast live on WYLN and streamed onto the WYLN TV 35 YouTube channel. This year's theme is Sweeping Cancer Out the Door. To make a pledge, you can call 570-459-1212. Coming up on West Hazleton's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Mount Carmel Part 4. Plus, we learn about some upcoming holiday events in Hazleton on this week's Community and You. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
FNL Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier for over 50 years, providing quality products and services to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry garage doors from leading manufacturers in the industry like Rainer. They guarantee parts and service for your home or business, from new construction to replacement doors, inspections, and service calls. FNL Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR or visit FNL Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township or Schuylkill Haven.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Attention, WYLN viewers! WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks night guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to bruxnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's bruxnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on Wyln TV 35. A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
As World War II began, one of Mount Carmel's adopted sons would be a forerunner of parachute combat in Europe. James Gavin was born in Brooklyn in 1907, and at age 2 was adopted by a couple from Mount Carmel. As a child, he worked as a paperboy, and later in a barber shop, where he heard stories from Mount Carmel's World War I veterans of their war experiences and was entranced by them. Thus, feeling he had no future in Mount Carmel's mines, he ran away from home at age 17 and enlisted at West Point, claiming he was an orphan to avoid needing his adoptive parents' consent. He was first stationed in Panama and would be moved around to postings at Fort Sill, Fort Ord, and the Philippines. He then returned to West Point, where he taught tactics for several years. Many of his students would laud him as being the best teacher they had at the academy. When the United States entered World War II, Gavin was named commander of the 505th Parachute Infantry Regiment, which he worked hard to build up into an effective paratrooper force. As part of the 82nd Airborne Division, commanded by future Korean Supreme Commander General Matthew Ridgway, the 505th dove into action in North Africa, Sicily, mainland Italy, and Normandy, and took part in Operations Market Garden and the Battle of the Bulge during the war. Gavin, who became the youngest major general to command a division during the war, earned the nickname Jumping Jim for taking jumps with his troops. He would be the only American general officer to make 4 jumps during the war. General Gavin also had the foresight to promote integration of the armed forces, with some grateful African-American troops calling him the most colorblind officer in the entire armed forces. After the war, General Gavin remained in the service until his retirement in 1958. He then went to work for the Arthur D. Little research firm, which he eventually became president of, and served as ambassador to France from 1961 to 1962. James Gavin died in 1990 and today rests with honor at West Point. Several of Mount Carmel's daughters would make their names in entertainment throughout the 20th century. One was Marie Powers, born in town in 1902, who would be an opera standout. Powers started singing in Italy and got a big break when she sneaked into an audition with famed conductor Arturo Toscanini at Milan's La Scala Opera House. By 1947, she landed her most famous role as fake psychic Madame Flora in Giancarlo Menotti's opera The Medium. Powers reprised the role on television in 1948 and on film in 1951. She would also later appear on Broadway in a revival of Carousel in 1957 and as the Queen Mother in Becket in 1960. Marie Powers died in 1973 and was brought home to Mount Carmel afterwards, where she rests today in the town's St. Mary's Cemetery. Later in the 20th century, Mount Carmel viewers could enjoy the work of Ellen Dow, originally born in 1913. A former stand-up comic and drama teacher, Dow landed numerous acting roles in her older years, including several appearances on The Golden Girls, but is perhaps best remembered today as rapping Grandma Rosie in The Wedding Singer. Ellen Dow lived to see 100 years, passing on in 2015 at age 101. Like Marie Powers, she returned to Mount Carmel after death, to St. Peter's Cemetery. After the war, the coal mines slowly died out, victim of a national shift to oil. Mount Carmel would be, in the meantime, on June 17, 1948, the site of an infamous plane crash. United Flight 624 had taken off from San Diego earlier that day, its destination New York City. As it passed over Phillipsburg, near State College, Captain George Warner radioed that there was an issue as the fire indicator light for the forward cargo hold had come on. Although it was later shown to have been a false alarm, the crew emptied carbon dioxide bottles into the hole to try and extinguish the presumed blaze. In doing so, however, they neglected to open the cabin pressure relief valves, and thus the CO2 seeped back into the cockpit and incapacitated the crew. With their remaining consciousness, they put the plane into an emergency dive near Mount Carmel, where it hit a high-voltage power line, burst into flames, and slammed into a hillside, leaving a debris field 3 city blocks long. Everyone on board was killed, among them such luminaries as actress Burl Wallace, Broadway titan Earl Carroll, and Esquire co-founder Henry Jackson. Today, a monument to the crash's victims can be found in Centralia's St. Ignatius Cemetery. Just north of Mount Carmel in the village of Natalie, the area would be the beneficiary of the drive-in craze sweeping the nation in the late 40s with the construction of the Natalie Drive-In. Built for $200,000 by the Natalie Amusement Company, which also operated Lehighton's Mahoning Drive-In and Allentown's Airport Drive-In, it opened for business on May 5, 1949 with a showing of Errol Flynn's The Adventures of Robin Hood. The Natalie Drive-In had a 70-foot screen and capacity for 850 cars. Early in the drive-in's history, family nights were every Tuesday, with cars containing entire families allowed in for $1. A playground was also on the property for children before the show. The Natalie Drive-In remained a mostly family-friendly theater up till 1969, when it was purchased by Berwick's Joseph Lee. Lee did a 180-degree turn from the drive-in's previous fare and made it home to X-rated material of all stripes. And so, the Natalie Drive-In would be a mostly pornographic movie house until it closed in 1984. For a time after the drive-in's closure, the site was considered for the location for a satellite Earth station, but those plans would ultimately fall through. It did, though, become a paintball park for a few years in the 1990s before that closed as well. Today, the Natalie Drive-In is largely reverted back to nature alongside Route 54. The drive-in screen, however, would remain standing for many years afterwards, a silent reminder of what had once been the site until it was finally demolished in 2024.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nesquebec and Hazelton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Hello and welcome to Community and You. I'm Elizabeth DeRoba and I'm joined today with Leanne Falabelle from the Greater Hazelton Chamber of Commerce and Miguel Polanco from Can Do. We're here to talk about the Hazelton for the holidays, and I know we've got some events to kick off the season. On December 4th, we've got the Mayor City Hall tree lighting and the Can Do Community Christmas. I know you're very involved with this. Do you want to kick us off here?
Definitely. So both of these events, we're labeling it as the Hazleton Holiday Celebration. That'll take place on Wednesday, December 4th from 5 to about 9 p.m. It all kicks off with Mayor Cassatt's tree lighting, which will happen right on City Hall. There'll be music performances. There'll be a complimentary hot chocolate that'll be given out. And then shortly after the tree lighting, we're asking guests to come on over to Christ Lutheran Church, where we'll have our 31st annual Can Do Community Christmas. That's basically just a concert that we have with some local schools. They'll do some Christmas performances, and we'll have a special guest at the end of the night.
Awesome. Yeah, that's always a great event. We also, if you miss it, we do broadcast it on WYLN after the fact, but it's great to be there in person too.
Definitely.
And you can just show up to that event, right? You don't have to...
Yeah, no, it's both events are completely free for the public. Just stop on by. You don't have to have a student that's, participating in the concert. But again, it's just a great opportunity and a great way to kick off the holiday season.
Sounds great. And then on December 5th, the next day, from 5 to 7, the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce is having their downtown holiday mixer.
Yes.
You want to tell us about that?
Yep, it's a long-standing thing that our chamber has been doing for many, many, many years. We have chamber networking mixers all throughout the year, but always in December we choose a downtown location. It's just a great way to celebrate the Christmas season with our chamber members. It is open just for chamber members and their guests, so reservations are required for the event. It's 5 to 7, and it is going to be a fantastic event in our downtown, and it's going to be this year. We're very, very excited to be at the Hazleton Art League. So it's beautiful location, great, we'll have food, we'll have entertainment by Adam Scuba, and it's just a really, really nice night. And it really gives you, like, this whole couple days of events, it's just, you really feel the holiday season, kicking off with the mayor's tree lighting is just a great feeling, and then the Can Do Community Christmas is just so nice. So we really encourage everybody to come out and check these events out. But yeah, we're very excited. So if anyone is a chamber member, we invite them to this event.
And I see registration's required for this one. How can people register?
Sure, they just can go to hazletonchamber.org to our website, and they can register right online. And like I said, it's for our chamber members, their guests, employees, and it's free to attend, and they can register right on our website.
Sounds good. And then if you haven't gotten enough of the Christmas season yet, on December 6th, the next night, we have the Can Do Community Park tree lighting, as well as Wasselfest downtown. So whoever wants to take that one.
Yeah, so Friday, December 6th, we have a ton of holiday stuff going on. So again, we have our 4th annual Can Do Community Park tree lighting. That'll take place at Can Do Community Park, which is on the corners of Broad and Laurel Street in downtown Hazleton. We'll be lighting our 22-foot smart tree. We're super excited about that. Again, there'll be complimentary hot chocolate there. And then additionally, we also are working with the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress on their Wasselfest / Downtown Hazleton Night Market. Again, that's another great opportunity where businesses will be open. They'll be giving out, festive drinks and refreshments. But then in turn, guests can also shop at different holiday vendors to just get like those, unique last-minute stocking stuffers.
Sounds great. So there's lots of events coming beginning of December to engage with the Hazleton community, your local businesses. Is there anything we missed that you guys wanted to cover?
The only other thing I think that we should add that's important is the City of Hazleton, they're going to be doing their markets on Sundays. They are going to be every Sunday in the month of December.
Yep, December 8th, 15th, and the 22nd.
Yes, and they're going to be at the Can Do Community Park too. So right in downtown Hazleton, again, vendors there every single Sunday, and get that holiday shopping done and support local businesses and local vendors, and that's really what we want to promote during this holiday season.
Alrighty.
I think it's also important to note that while we have this great slate of events for the first week of December, like Leanne mentioned earlier, this is something that happens throughout the entire month of December. So we totally encourage people to visit the website frequently, make sure you're in the know of what's happening, and yeah, just stay tuned for a holly jolly Christmas, I guess, right?
That's right.
Sounds good. So be sure to check out the HazletonForTheHolidays.com website for more up-to-date holidays coming to the Hazleton area. And that'll do it for this week's Community and You. We'll see you next time.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.